Welcome to the final part of Sonic the Hedgehog, but only part 3 of the overall Sonic Origins collection. We are in Starlight Zone, and Sonic, break the wall, please. You need a good running start for this bad boy. You can break the wall for 3 rings, or 30 rings rather, and an invincibility box. Starlight Zone is a mix between platforming and high-speed action, though you want to be careful with that high speed because there are bottomless pits. I think this area in particular has the most bottomless pits in the game. So slow down, make sure you don't go to the bottom tier of the stage if you don't want to. There is a way you can stay on the top of the stage, but for me right now I'm just choosing to go down here because why not? These fireballs make their return from Marble and Labyrinth, and there's a special type of Orbinaut where they will not expose themselves at all. Like, they will not shoot their spikes, so you just have to wait for them to pass by, and then you can make your move. I have actually seen this done before, but there is a gap in between the spikes of the Orbinaut where you can jump through and still hit the Orbinaut without damaging yourself, but it's a really tight jump, and it's very specific. It's pixel perfect how you need to perform that jump. Anyway, you also got bombs, which you cannot jump into. They explode on their own eventually. Oh, before I forget to mention, Starlight Zone is the last zone in the game where you can get Chaos Emeralds. Or get the opportunity to get Chaos Emeralds. You still have to earn them. What the Why is there a signpost at the bottom of the screen? Okay, that's... I don't know what's going on anymore. But since I already got the Chaos Emeralds, all 6 of them, I'm good to go. The first Sonic game is that odd stepchild of the bunch where you only have 6 Chaos Emeralds instead of 7. In fact, you're gonna see at the end of the video one of the cinematics for the Origins collection. They kind of just added the 7th Chaos Emerald in the middle of the 6 Chaos Emeralds flying away. Like, it was there the whole time, but it was just off screen. It's like it was hidden underground for centuries or something. Oh, God damn it, Orbinaut! That's really convenient. Thanks, game. Oh, and also, thanks for putting those 50 rings right next to the goalpost. And also, I already got the Chaos Emeralds. So thanks again. But on a serious note, if you didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds beforehand, this is your final chance. Starlight Zone Act 2. Starlight Zone Act 3. I think this is the area where the bottomless... How did I not jump over that? As I was saying, this is the area where the bottomless pits start to become more deadly. Yeah, you just want to stay on the top of the level right here. I also like the background and music of this stage, even though it doesn't really make sense that this stage comes after Labyrinth. Are you supposed to tell me that Labyrinth was just something that was underneath Starlight Zone, or that Starlight Zone was built on top of the Labyrinth area? Or was the city taken over by Robotnik? The world may never know. Go, Sonic, go for everlasting peace. Oh wait, wrong blue guy. Jump over the shrapnel of these bombs. And you want to watch out because the game will psych you out with this giant half Morningstar spike thing. It's the most out of place trap in the game because it seems like it belongs in the next stage, but it's here and it's pretty awesome actually. Here's the best boss of the whole entire game, the Egg Spiker. There are 2 ways to attack Eggman here. You can jump into him by using the seesaws to your advantage, or you can use the spike balls to your advantage. So you can get twice the amount of hits in less time by doing this method. And that's what I like about this fight. You can get pretty creative here where all the other fights in this game are pretty strict. Eggman also follows a very predictable pattern. He starts on the right of the screen, steadily goes to the left, then once he finishes that pattern he goes back to the right of the screen but switches sides of the seesaw. You don't even really need a keen eye to figure out the pattern, really. And that was Starlight Zone. Up next, the most dangerous zone in classic Sonic history. It's Scrap Brain Zone. This zone is filled to the gills with booby traps. Those trapdoors right there, they lead to bottomless pits. At the beginning of the stage, no less. So yeah, bottomless pits are a factor again. In fact, they've been a factor since Spring Yard. They just haven't really become an issue until Starlight Zone and here. So what I'm trying to do here is stay on the top tier of the level so that way I don't have to deal with the pits. That was actually some horse shit. What the hell, game? Oh, well, that didn't work, but at least I got the checkpoint, so if I die, I respawn there. Alright, this segment kind of embraces the Mega Man references with the whole disappear and reappearing block thing, but not quite, and definitely nowhere near as extensive as Mega Man. Want to be careful from this point on. Everything below is bottomless pit territory. You do have some platforms that could save you, but the chances of me falling down onto a platform is very minuscule like that. And that's why so many people dislike Scrap Brain, because it's so dickish. Alright, take two. I do love the music in the background of Scrap Brain. Specifically the background of Act 1 of Scrap Brain, where it's just the cityscape. It's got that brown and really drab look to it, sure, but it's also got that refinery in the background. And also those fire spurts are just really detailed for a Sega Genesis game. Especially a game as early as Sonic 1, I mean, damn. But all that goes away for Act 2 since we go inside, which... another cool detail or another cool background, just not as, grand in scale as Act 1. Which I do miss a lot. I already miss it. Take me back outside, please. But Act 2 gets rid of all the bottomless pits and goes for more dickish booby traps. Everything here is bound to hit you at some point. Crushers on top of conveyor belts. Robotnik, you are just evil! There we go, run past that and roll underneath that taser thing, as that could potentially shock you if you run by. Okay, now that's just straight up sadistic. Why does Eggman need industrial saw blades for? Visually, this is as close to an R-rated Sonic game as you can get. There's even some random saw blade that chases after you. There it is! That used to scare the crap out of me as a kid. Scrap Brain does not play around, but the good thing is we are close to the end of Act 2. And time for Act 3. What possible nightmare must I traverse now? No! Take the shortcut, for the love of God. If you want to skip 2/3 of this level, go the same direction I'm going. It's freaking Labyrinth Act 4. Why? Okay, I can actually kind of justify why they went with Labyrinth Act 4. If you played the 8-bit versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, you'll see this map screen. And the map screen kind of has it to where Scrap Brain Zone is on top of Labyrinth Zone. As if Eggman erected this mechanical monstrosity on top of the ruins. So there is lore behind these areas and South Island as a whole, the overall setting of Sonic 1. By the time of Sonic 2 and 3, Sonic will have moved on to different and bigger and better islands, like West Side Island and Angel Island, and Big Planet from Sonic CD. Or is it Little Planet? I keep wanting to call it Little Big Planet because of the games. But no, I think it's Little Planet. And speaking of Sonic CD, that is next. Technically, it's supposed to be Sonic 2 next, but for some reason on the collection, Sonic CD is the game after Sonic 1, which I guess makes sense because Sega of Japan made Sonic 1 and CD, and Sega of America made Sonic 2 and 3, and the productions kind of overlapped each other. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, here's the final boss. There are mechanical pistons that Eggman is hiding in the compartments of. I'm not sure why he's here and not elsewhere, but that's beyond me. You have to hit the compartments that Eggman is in. Sometimes you can get lucky and bonk Eggman like 3 times in a row, other times it will be on the opposite side of you and you have to wait. But there's another attack you have to watch out for in these spark balls. Watch the gaps and you can jump in between them. They are rather slow. I knew I should have gotten more pistons! Damn you, Hedgehog! Still cannot do a Robotnik voice. I mean, I could, but it's probably going to be more cartoonish than menacing. Or maybe it is menacing and less cartoonish, I don't know. I mean, don't ask me to impersonate Dean Bristol or Jim Cummings or Mike Pollock, who is still Eggman to this day. Holy crap, it's been like 21 years. I guess that sets up my question of the day. Who is your favorite Eggman? That includes Jim Carrey. That includes Jim Carrey, who is awesome. Anyway, that's going to do it for the finale of Sonic 1. Sonic CD is next. And as for my opinions of Sonic 1, well, it's a classic, even though, like I said before, the level design is not that great. It's kind of all over the place. But again, it is forgiven. This was one of the first games I've ever played in my life, so if it wasn't for Sonic, I probably wouldn't be a big gamer now. Or maybe I would, but just with a different game, I don't know.